Hello everyone, welcome to Englidium and thanks for joining me. Today we will read the poem I Remember. Okay, the third poem from our new ICSE syllabus, Treasure Chest. Okay, before we start the poem, let us read something about the poet and a few lines about the poem. Thomas Hood, 23rd May 1799 to 3rd May 1845, was an English poet born in London. A great author and a humorist, best known for poems such as The Bridge of Sighs and The Song of the Shirt, Hood wrote regularly for the London magazine Athenaeum and Punch. He later published a magazine largely consisting of his own works. Hood, never robust, had lapsed into invalidism by the age of 41 and died at the age of 45. Invalidism क्या है? एक बीमारी है. Okay, when someone loses the power of his health and he can't walk anymore. William Michael Rossetti in 1903 called him the finest English poet between the generations of Shelley and Tennyson. I Remember was first published in the year 1844. The poet addresses the gloomy and uncertain adulthood in the light of a perfect childhood, and that makes the narrative universal. The poet feels that the time passes by, leaving only memories behind. Okay, now let's come to the poem. I remember. Thomas Hood. I remember the house where I was born. मुझे याद है. I remember का मतलब मुझे याद है. मुझे याद है वो घर जहां पे मेरा जन्म हुआ था. The little window where the sun came peeping in at morn. The little window from where the sunlight used to come. The sun, it used to rise in its time and it used to set. Okay, and this is a natural phenomena, and the rising of the sun and the setting of it is an inevitable part of the nature. ये जो लाइन है ना, द लिटिल विंडो वेयर द सन केम पीपिंग इन एट मॉर्न, ये एक पर्सनिफिकेशन है. बिकॉज यहाँ पे सन में ये जो एक पर्सन का जो एक पावर है, एक जो अथॉरिटी है, वो जो एक पर्सन कर सकता है, एंड हियर द सन इज डूइंग द सेम थिंग, इट इज पीपिंग, ये झांक रहा है. He never came a wink too soon, nor brought too long a day. और जैसे मैंने बोला, ये एक इनएविटेबल फैक्ट है नेचर का. द सन विल राइज एंड इट विल सेट. सो इसीलिए यहाँ पे कभी ये बोल रहे हैं कि he never came a wink too soon, वो कभी जल्दी नहीं आता था. nor brought too long a day, जब टाइम होता था the sun used to set. But now I often wish the night had borne my breath away. लेकिन अभी जब कभी जो है, like now he is a grown man, he is a grown-up man and he has so many responsibilities on his shoulder, so many duties to perform, and so many worries and concerns. So that's why the poet is thinking that how nice it would be if he gets back the days of his childhood. बचपन का जो दिन था, it was so, full of happiness. It was extremely pleasant. But now I often wish the night had borne my breath away. अभी कभी को लगता है कि अगर ऐसा होता, if I would have died that time, maybe I'd be a happy man. What does the poet want to say? He wants to say that the present life, the life through which the poet is just having his days right now, he is not at all happy. Okay? I remember the roses red and white. मुझे याद है वो गुलाब के फूल. The roses red and white, सफेद and लाल. The violets and the lily cups, those flowers made of light. Just have a look at the lines. The roses red and white, the violets and the lily cups. You can see that there are three das. They are definite. Why these da? The roses, the violets and the lily cups. And even after the next line, there is another line where it is written, those flowers made of light, the lilacs where the robin built. So these the this article has been used to just glorify the beauties of the flowers and how vivid the memory is in the mind of the poet. Even he is a grown-up man now, but still he can remember those things, those beauty of nature, the beauty of the flowers vividly. Those flowers made of light. Made of light in the sense, those flowers used to bloom with the light of the sun. The lilacs where the robin built. Robin ek panchi hai. The lilacs where the robin built and where my brother said the laburnum on his birthday. और वहाँ पे एक पेड़ भी है, laburnum का पेड़. That was planted by the poet's brother on his birthday. Okay, so the laburnum tree is playing a vital role over here. The poet is nostalgic. He is suffering from nostalgia. He is thinking about the past days, the days those will never come back again. And the poet is, a little bit upset. He is sorry. He is gloomy as he has lost those days. The tree is living yet. अभी भी वो जो पेड़ है, laburnum पेड़ जो है, वो अभी भी जिंदा है. Actually, the poet is feeling sad because he knows that it is really hard to recapture the memories of childhood. Okay? The innocence and the freedom, whatever he had. I remember where I was used to swing. Swing का मतलब है झूला झूलना. कभी को याद है वो लेबनम का पेड़, ठीक है, वो flowers and that place where he used to swing, and thought the air must rush as fresh the swallows on the wing. वो जो air था, it was so fresh, he could see the swallows flying in the sky, expanding their wings, okay, swooping down and up. My spirit flew in feathers then, that is so heavy now. My spirit flew in feathers then. The poet was very happy at that time, in the time of his childhood. He also used to fly, his emotions will also used to fly with the wings of the swallows. That is so heavy now. लेकिन अभी ये जो feelings जो है, they are so heavy. Okay? The poet's life is full of responsibilities and burdens. And summer pools could hardly cool the fever on my brow. On my brow. Brow का मतलब है forehead. लेकिन यहाँ brow मतलब head. Okay? And summer pools could hardly cool the fever on my brow. यहाँ fever, यहाँ पे जुकाम या कोई disease नहीं है. यहाँ पे fever का मतलब है tension, responsibilities. And summer pools could hardly cool the fever on my brow. Summer pools का मतलब है गर्मी में जो तालाब है, जो टैंक है, it is really, extremely pleasant, refreshing and relaxing at the same time. If you ever have a chance to just dive into the water and swim across it, or spend some time there inside the pool under the scorching heat of the sun, it's really pleasant. That the poet is saying, and summer pools could hardly cool the fever on my brow. अभी भी मुझे अगर समर पूल में मैं जाऊंगा, मैं वहां पे, if I swim over there, but these cold water will not be able to minimize or to diminish my tension. Oof, it's too hot and humid outside. I'm extremely sorry, but okay, what to do? Bear with me. Let's read the last stanza. I remember the far trees dark and high. मुझे याद है वो देवदार का पेड़ जो बड़ा था, ऊंचा था. I used to think their slender tops were close against the sky. मुझे ये लगता था कि उसका जो slender tops है, जो highest part है वो tree का, शायद ये आसमान को छूता था. ये एक बचपना है, it's just a thought of a child. Rationally it doesn't happen. Okay? It was a childish ignorance, but now it's little joy. कभी को ये पता है कि it is nothing. It was nothing but a childish ignorance. और ये जो the far trees dark and high है ना, it just like creates a sense of mystery and unknown. No one knows what future has in store for him. I used to think that slender tops were close against the sky. वो slender tops जो है वो आसमान को छूता था. It was a childish ignorance, but now it's little joy. भी एक बचपना था, लेकिन अभी मुझे थोड़ा खुशी होती है. To know I am farther off from heaven than when I was a boy. अभी कभी को ये लगता है कि शायद जब वो छोटे थे, he had a connection with God, he had a relation with God, but right now he doesn't have that. He has lost that sense of spirituality. उनके अंदर में ये feelings अभी नहीं है. Okay, so this is the poem. I remember, and this is nothing but a journey of the poet from his childhood to adulthood. When he was a child, he was happy. He used to, spend a careless life, okay, a tension-free life. But right now, he has become a grown-up man. He has so many responsibilities and difficulties and adversities and duties that he has to perform. But one thing is quite clear through the poem, that the present life of the poet makes him feel sad, makes him feel gloomy, and to some extent he is not satisfied with his present life. Okay, so this is our poem, I remember. If you like the explanation, subscribe to the channel, like, share and comment. Bye.